Okay, hello everybody. Hello, and welcome. Welcome to my first of two streams for today. Apologies to any of you who were very confused because, as you know, typically my first stream starts around 10:15 a.m. Pacific time. However, today is a very different kind of stream. This is not going to be a gameplay stream. This is going to be the return of Ask the King after 3 months that I have not done one. The last time I did one was back in April. And the reason I did not do one last month, I usually do this every 2 months, is because last month we had E3 going on. And with E3, I said it would be much better to just do an E3 kind of recap show and a Hate Live podcast than do an Ask the King. So, yes, everyone. It should be fun to answer all of your questions, just so you guys understand how it's going to work. First, we're going to have a pre-stream here. I have a few things that I want to address so everyone knows exactly what's going on. For clarity's sake, you guys will know exactly what's happening in regards to my schedule and stuff coming up and the status of DSP Gaming and all of that. I got some updates for everybody. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I want to go through the show in order of different questions. So, for example, when we open the show around 1 p.m. roughly is when it's going to start. It's going to be patron questions, people who have pledged to my Patreon over the last couple of months and get their questions answered for sure on the show. They'll open the show. Then we're going to switch over to forum questions, so people who posted up on my forums, thekingofhate.com, over the past few months, they'll get some of their questions answered. Then we'll transition over to Twitter questions, okay? People who posted up on Twitter this morning when I was accepting questions and reviewing them. And then, on top of all that, all right, we're going to get to stream chat. I hope. Well, it all depends, all right? It depends on a few questions, all right? It depends on, number one, how long does it take to get through all of that stuff? You know, if it ends up taking 3 hours to get through all those questions, then it's going to have very little time for the stream chat Q&A. But chances are we probably will get to it, all right? So, it should be a lot of questions, a lot of answers, a lot of fun stuff here on the show. All right. Now, let's get to the subject at hand, everybody. Let's go ahead and get to the subject at hand. A few things. All right. Number one, the first thing is, in regards to the schedule, what's going on? Because originally I said, well, maybe I'll be doing a sponsored stream today. I was supposed to be doing a sponsored stream later today. And it was funny because, as you guys know, I've been having a lot of bad luck lately. Whether it's DSP Gaming becoming demonetized, whether it's my internet not working yesterday. I mean, there was a lot of crap that's been going on with me recently that's just really negative and shitty. And it sucks. But, you know, we push forward positively to get through the crap. So I had a feeling yesterday. I was like, you know what? On top of everything else that's been going on, my mom always says this. My mom always says, bad things come in threes. That's what she says. So, first of all, we had DSP Gaming last week demonetized. Then we had my internet screwed up yesterday, right? So, the third thing, on top of all that, is like something's going to go wrong with this sponsored stream. And I had an inkling, a feeling about it, that something was going to go wrong. And so, I actually, last night when I posted up my schedule, I said, we'll do World of Tanks sponsored stream tonight if nothing goes wrong. But if so, we'll have a backup. We'll do PUBG. Because people have wanted to see me play PUBG for a while. It's been over 2 months. Those are typically pretty fun interactive streams, so we'll just do PUBG instead. Okay? So, all day yesterday, you know, everything seems good. I think everything's going to be all right. So, I'm not thinking anything to the contrary, right? But then, like I said, I just had this weird inkling, this weird feeling that something was going to go wrong. And so, I don't know why, but I just started saying, you know what? Let me just start checking, like, my email addresses for information, and I started checking my spam email folders, which basically what it is when an email comes through and gets identified as spam, it gets filed into a certain folder automatically. Well, guess what I found last night in my spam email folder? It was an email from the staff who run this sponsorship bounty board on Twitch saying, oh, Phil, we're really sorry, okay, but we screwed up. And this is our fault, so we apologize. But that World of Tanks, as well as the World of Warships bounties that were showing up on the bounty board, were not valid. Those were incorrect. Those were, I guess they were previous bounties that they had already offered. and they had accidentally put those back up onto the bounty board and didn't mean to. Like, it was their fault, and they admitted, oh, this is an open beta, and we're sorry because it was a technical glitch on our end. So even though you accepted it, it's not valid, so don't do it, you know. Now I'm looking at this email, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, of all the things, the thing is, there were like 5-6 bounties that were available this week that I was looking at that I wanted to do, and I just thought World of Tanks would be a really good, interesting one, because the game I never played, and I know it's a game that's been out for a long time, you know, has many different versions, but I felt playing it on PC would be pretty cool. So all that, and then I get this email. Now, I didn't even know. I was like, you know what? I'm so skeptical at this point of people screwing with me, and the fact that this email went to my spam folder, I said, you know what, let me check with my partner manager, who I work with on Twitch, to make sure this is legit. And I checked, and he did email me back this morning and said, yeah, it's legit, they screwed up. And he was basically like, don't let this deter you from trying to do bounties in the future. It's nothing, you know, that happened with you. It's them. They screwed it up completely. So please feel free to try to do another bounty. You know, it sucks that this was your first one and this is the experience you had, but please keep going. So I was like, wow, that's shitty. That's seriously shitty. And, you know, obviously it's disheartening because this was supposed to be the very first time I'm using this brand new bounties board service to try to do a fun sponsored stream. You guys were pumped for it. Like, people were coming out and saying, I can't wait, I'm going to come check out Phil. You know, and now it just kind of fizzles. All right. So here's the deal. All right. There are more bounties available. And the thing is, some of the bounties are stuff that I know I would not be interested in. And some I have no idea what the hell they are. I'm still debating doing another bounty, but the thing is, I can't do a bounty until I receive the game key, and in this particular case, with World of Tanks, I know it was a free-to-play game, but I think it was like a special version of the game they gave me for this bounty or whatever. So, if I submit for another bounty, it may take upwards of 2-3 days for me to get the game key. So what I think I'm going to do is I am going to submit myself for another bounty, and when I get the game key, then I'll let you guys know, and I'll schedule it in. Alright? Now, here's the other thing, guys. Here's the other thing. I think I can turn this negative into a positive, all right? And here's how I think I can do it. Because sadly, as you guys know, I have a group of jerks, mentally ill kids out there who every time I try to do something positive like a sponsorship opportunity, they'll try to ruin it for me. And so a lot of people actually had speculated that it was the trolls who had made this sponsorship opportunity fall through. It was actually not true at all. It was just a stupid technical glitch. The bounty never really existed, okay? So, here's what I think I'm going to do. Because I noticed, obviously, what was it, yesterday? It was either yesterday or the day before when I announced that I was going to be playing World of Tanks, that these idiots went and spammed World of Tanks on their social media and tried to contact them and say, oh, Phil's going to play your game and you don't want that because he's a pedophile and he's a racist. Basically all nonsense, you know? And then they link him to the detractor videos that aren't true. They're all edited shit, taking stuff out of context or stuff from, you know, 8+ fucking years ago. And so I learned from this. It's kind of funny because no, nothing negative came of all that crap. But just in case, I think here's what I'm going to be doing moving forward. If I choose to do a sponsored stream bounty through Twitch, I will tell you when it's going to be, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. That way, there's absolutely zero chance that any jerk can go and try to spam the game developer or company with negative shit for 2-3 days straight before I do this event. Okay? So actually, I'm going to spin this into a positive because I've learned about how this is going to go down, right? So this is good. Now, in the future, I'm going to do a sponsored stream. I'll tell you when it is, but you'll have no idea what game it is. And then I'll just play the game and people can you know, show up and hang out with me and have fun with the game and not have to worry about, oh no, what's going to happen? Is this sponsorship going to be ruined or whatever, right? So that's what I'm going to do. I've learned from it. It actually ended up, I'm going to turn this into a positive, and I think I am later today. I think I am going to choose a game for the bounty, you know, the bounty stream, and you know, we're gonna move forward with that. And no, K2 Equinox, you are wrong. The bounty board does not require you to disclose what game you're going to be playing until the stream happens. The actual rules of doing these sponsored streams on Twitch is that you just have to disclose upfront it is a paid sponsorship stream. You have to say that up front. You have to have, I think, hashtag sponsored in the description of your stream, or the title of your stream, excuse me. And you have to leave the stream up as an archive on your channel I think for 6 months is the agreement or something like that. I'm not 100% on any of that, but no, there's no requirement that you have to tell people what game it's going to be ahead of time. You don't. All right. So, there you go. I am probably going to be setting up a special sponsored stream. We're going to see what happens. If I am getting the game key right away, like let's say I get it Saturday, Sunday, then I'll probably do it Monday. Okay? Or if the game key takes a little longer, you know, we'll see. But the thing is, I don't want to let this deter me from trying out new stuff. And you guys were very open to the opportunity of me doing this new stuff. You guys were pumped for this first sponsored stream. And I was excited for it because you guys seemed like you were really excited for it. All right, I was. But, you know, I guess sometimes you just got to shake your head and say, well, ain't that just, you know, a bunch of shit? You know, nothing you can do about it. Okay? So, tonight, instead of playing World of Tanks, I'm going to be going back to what people voted for in the poll earlier this week. What I was supposed to play last night and didn't get to play because of my internet issues yesterday. PUBG. And I know a lot of you don't like PUBG. I get it. But a lot of you do turn out for the PUBG streams and are very supportive during them. And I have not done one in over 2 months. And quite frankly, guys, with everything going on with YouTube, which I'm going to talk with you about in a moment, and the fact that I'm not making any money on DSP Gaming and things are really bad right now in that regard, you know, the more support, the better. You see what I mean? So if I'm going to do a stream that I know people will come out and be supportive, I think I have to do it. So that's what we're going to do tonight. It's going to be PUBG. All right? All right. There you go. Now, let's switch over to the other topic that all of you undoubtedly want to know about. What is going on with DSP Gaming? Is there any update? You know, how have things been going? Well, yesterday I received an email from YouTube Creator Support saying, hey, Phil, did you hear back from the AdSense team that you appealed last week yet? And I said, no. Did you? Because I was under the impression that you were working with them to try to get an answer for me so that we can figure out what to do moving forward with DSP Gaming. To which they responded and said, actually, if I can bring up the email here, thanks for letting me know. The appeals process is being handled by the AdSense team, so we won't have any control over it. Once there's a decision, then please let us know, and then we can work from there in case it gets rejected. So I responded to that email, and I said, listen, it's now almost a week. It's 6 days. Tomorrow will be a full week with no ads on DSP Gaming, and you know, I'm losing money every day. And I mean, thank God it's the slow summer, but still, I'm sure this week I've lost hundreds of dollars, if not more, that I need to pay my bills. So instead of us just sitting around waiting with our thumbs up our butts, instead, can we just assume that the channel's not going to get ads back? Let's assume the absolute worst. I'm not going to get ads back on DSP Gaming, right? Then what is this next step? Because it seems like they're alluding in this email that there is a next step that we can take, right, to try to fix the issue. But if they're not going to do it at AdSense, then what is the next step? Because that's what I wanted to do last week, right? That's what I wanted to do last week, and I was told they couldn't do anything. So then what is he saying in this email for the next steps? I don't understand, you know? So that's what I asked. I said, what's the next step? Let's assume that I'm not going to get ads back. What's next? And I'm waiting for another response. So the bottom line is, almost a week, no positive updates about DSP Gaming, which absolutely freaking sucks, obviously. As you guys know, for the last week, I've been posting up videos to KO Gaming instead. This is my other partner channel that has everything working properly, no issues, and I haven't used it in a good year to year and a half. I think the last video I posted was actually August of last year, but besides that, I barely posted on it last year. It was actually 2 years ago when this channel blew up when I was doing edited style reviews, but now because YouTube demonetizes them all, there's no reason to do that kind of content anymore, right? So that being said, I've been posting up all my gameplay videos to KO Gaming, and I've been doing it very differently than what I've been doing the last year. Because here's the deal, guys. When I started on YouTube in 2008, you couldn't even post up videos longer than 10 minutes. Then, YouTube allowed 15-minute videos. Then, eventually, YouTube just allowed unlimited videos. And what ended up happening was they started judging video quality by what's called engagement, meaning how long you actually watch a video. So people who made longer videos ended up getting better search priority in the search and related videos, which in my opinion is really stupid. It has nothing to do with the quality of the video at all. But hey, that's what Google wanted to do with YouTube. So eventually, over the years of 2014 to 2016, I lengthened the length of my videos on DSP Gaming. And a lot of people love to forget about this and act like I never did it, even though I did. My videos went from 10 minutes all the way up to upwards of 30, 45 minutes. A lot of the times during the daytime when I'm streaming, I would only upload like 3 or 4 or 5 videos to DSP Gaming in larger chunks, okay? And this was working until the YouTube adpocalypse hit in early 2017. All of a sudden, YouTube lost about half of its advertisers, ad revenues plummeted into the toilet, and at that point, I was still partnered with Machinima, and I said, what do you guys suggest I do? Because I can't make a living on half pay. And they said, well, what we suggest you do is shorten your videos again. You used to have 10-minute videos. Go back to those 10-minute videos so that you will basically increase what's called engagement. Now, if you guys don't know, engagement means how much of a video you watch. So I think at the time, they were telling me my average video engagement was between 7 and 8 minutes or something like that. And they're like, well, if people are only watching your videos for 7 to 8 minutes before they click or skip, if you put out a 30-minute video, that's going to say, oh, they only watched like 25%. If you put out a 10-minute video, they're going to say they watched 80%. Therefore, that's a higher engagement. So see, if I make shorter videos, my engagement will be higher. And then what's going to happen is YouTube's ad system will give me better ads because they'll say people watch more of your videos than other people. See what I mean? Now, does that make any sense? Of course it doesn't. It's the same content. I didn't change the quality of my content. All I did was change the length. But apparently because I changed the length, my engagement went up, and I was able to get more ads on DSP Gaming to kind of make up for the fact that everything was falling apart, all right? So that's why I went back to doing shorter videos last year, all right? I didn't want to. I actually had been doing longer videos for 2-3 years. It was a slow transition, and people got used to it. Then, of course, when I went back to the shorter videos, everyone got angry again. They're like, oh, God, now our inboxes are spammed again, and yada, yada, yada. But it just seemed like a necessary evil for me to continue to be able to, you know, do this for a living and make enough money on YouTube, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the time being now is that we are over a year later, right? That was February 2017. We're now in July of 2018. And since KO Gaming is a channel that people are used to used to longer videos. They're not used to getting their inboxes spammed with a ton of videos every day, right? And I don't want to do that. I said, what the hell? I'm just going to make longer videos. And at this point, I don't really see the point of making the shorter videos anymore, especially because, as you guys know, my main focus now will be Twitch streaming, period. Like, this is it for me. This is the big thing, is the Twitch streams, not YouTube. Okay? So, I'm just going to go ahead, and I'm going to focus on making the longer videos, okay? So, yeah, it's going to be, you know, when you see gameplay on KO Gaming, these videos are going to be much, much longer. It's not going to be 10 minutes. It's going to be, you know, maybe at the shortest 30 minutes, or at the longest, you know, I think the longest video I have on there is 2.5 hours, a 2.5-hour session of Silent Hill that I did the other day, okay? So, that's how I'm going to approach it. And so, you know, I appreciate if you guys will continue to watch all of my video game coverage and playthroughs on KO Gaming for now. If YouTube does get back to me with some kind of positive solution on how to fix DSP Gaming, fine. But by the way, I should call this out. I'm not going to change. I'm just going to keep doing the longer videos from now on. Since this seems to be the consensus of what everyone wants, and since at this point, everything's so screwed up to the point that it doesn't really matter anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to keep doing the longer gameplay videos. All right? It's just think of it now as a permanent change. And I think we should just move forward positively in that regard and see what happens. All right, guys? So there you go. Okay. Whew. All right, so there you go, guys. Number one. Sadly, no sponsorship stream tonight. I'm going to be playing PUBG instead, and I would appreciate if you do show up later tonight for the PUBG stream and you are supportive, since obviously now I'm not getting any sponsorship for that stream. I need the help right now with YouTube ad revenue non-existent. That's number one. Number two, I will probably be doing a sponsorship stream in the near future, and I am going to probably sign up for another one tonight, and hopefully it's not another freaking tech glitch. I'll let you know when I schedule it to do it, if I do get approved for it, okay? And we'll go from there. So there will be another one coming up eventually, I hope. And then number three As for DSP Gaming, there's no update yet, but I'm going to keep uploading to KO Gaming. I'm going to keep uploading the longer videos, okay? And we're just going to keep hanging in there and trying to have fun. All right? Sound good? All right. So there you go. So now, that being said, all right, let's talk about the schedule. Today, Ask the King right now. After I finish this pre-stream, we're going to begin. Then PUBG tonight. Tomorrow, I'm returning to No Man's Sky. For the first time in 2 years, the game has been completely retooled and revamped to be a different game. I'm very excited to check it out. Not only do I want to just run around in single player and kind of mess around with what they've done with it, I also want to see what this new multiplayer aspect is. And so I may actually look to invite some stream chatters, into a game with me, just so we can kind of run around and mess around with the game and see what the hell it is now that there actually is multiplayer in the game. Okay? So that's going to be tomorrow's main stream. It's going to be a very interesting session to try and see what this is. Tomorrow night, I'll be doing 2 more hours of Persona 5. I need to get a little bit further in the game. I'm near the end of Shido's Palace, which is the next to last dungeon, and I want to get as far as I can. So 2 hours of that tomorrow night. I will be streaming on Saturday. I will actually be streaming on Saturday, okay? Saturday, I am going to be doing 4 hours of Grand Theft Auto Vice City right here on the stream. So I know that's a change. Normally, I would not be streaming on a Saturday, but this week is kind of extenuating circumstances. So I am going to be streaming this Saturday, Vice City, continuing this Saturday. I hope you'll come join me for that, okay? Sunday, I will be doing another main stream. Sunday's going to be special. I'm going to be debuting the premiere of Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. This is a special playthrough because this is number one on the GameCube, so it'll be only the second GameCube game ever that I've done a playthrough of. And number two, this is a game that I completely missed out on. This was during the era of Resident Evil 4 being the big game that everyone was talking about in the realm of survival horror. And now I'm going to be checking this game out. I've actually heard it's really interesting. It's a third-person style action survival horror game that apparently spans different time periods and has fourth wall breaking kind of mechanics. Sounds interesting to me, and I definitely want to check that out this Sunday. So that'll be this Sunday stream, all right? And then for next week, just so you guys know, it'll be a mix of a bunch of stuff. I'm going to be continuing on with Vice City. Probably, more Eternal Darkness. I'm going to be mixing in Persona, because I got to try to finish up Persona at some freaking point here, right? The sponsored stream will probably happen at some point during then. And then at the end of next week, if you guys aren't aware, is the release of the Black Ops 4 beta. So that'll be interesting to play Black Ops 4, the first time ever, the multiplayer, and see what it's like. So I'm going to be doing that. And I think next week, I'm not 100%, but I think the final DLC for South Park is coming out next week. It's the final expansion for the RPG, the Fractured Behold. So if that comes out, I think I'll be playing that sometime next week too. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on next week. I don't want to jump the gun and get ahead of myself, but next week will be pretty fun. All right. I will be taking Tuesday of next week off. I know that's an oddity. Tuesday. Why would Phil take a Tuesday off, right? Well, because I have a few personal things I have scheduled for that Tuesday, one of which is actually getting a haircut. But I need to get a bunch of stuff done that day, and Tuesday was the only day available where I could get it all done. So that's why I'm not taking Saturday off this week, but instead I'm taking off Tuesday. All right? So there you go. A lot of stuff coming up in the next week. I think you guys should enjoy it. All right? Plugs-wise, guys, I'm not going to go so much into the plugs on this pre-stream. I'd rather not, because I do want to get the show started by 1 p.m. So what I will just say is this: thank you for your support, and please, in any way that you guys can support me, whether it's my Patreon at patreon.com/DarkSidePhil, whether it's checking out my Teespring shop at teespring.com/stores/DSP Gaming, or whether it's contributing during the streams, whatever it is you choose to do, thank you. Right now, I'm incredibly uncertain of how the future is gonna go down. I have honestly no idea. Just because of the YouTube issue going on right now, I'm literally have like half as much income as I usually do. Now, the good news is this month has been an amazingly positive month on Twitch. It's overall been my best month ever on Twitch, which is great. And it's not over. I mean, it's only the 26th, so we got 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 34. We got 6 days left this month of me streaming. I'm going to be streaming almost every day. The only day is the 31st, right? When I said I'm going to have off. So 5 straight more days I'm going to be streaming. I hope you guys will come out and hang out with me and have fun and be supportive, and everything should be good. Let's see if we can end this month as strongly as possible. All right. Sound good? All righty then. Okay, I think what we'll do, let's do some shout-outs. By the way, I should bring something up, guys. Something different than usual for Ask the King. I'll show you. Hello, everyone. And don't worry, I'm going to put the cowboy hat on. It's actually right here next to me. But I am going to be doing the stream stats leaderboard for this stream. I know normally I don't for Ask the King, but being the current situation with everything, I need as much support as possible. So I will be doing stream stats leaderboard. Everyone who cheers, subs, tips, and everything will be updated. Okay? And I think what I'll do for this pre-stream is I'll actually leave it up there. And I'll start, since I'm about to do shout-outs. Alright, since I'm about to do shout-outs with you guys, I think I'll start updating that right now. Okay, fair enough? Alright. So let's start doing shout-outs. Let's just get to it, okay? So first of all, shout-out to the people who contributed overnight. Cool people who come by every night when I'm not even broadcasting, and they say, hey, Phil, you know, I appreciate what you do. Here you go. So first of all, it was Infinite55 did a 100-bit cheer last night. He said, Phil, I hope you received the 2 questions I posted on the King of Hate forums. Good luck today. I absolutely did. And in fact, where the hell? Oh, I thought they were normal forum questions. You're a patron. They're patron questions. Yes, I'm answering them. Absolutely. Got them. So that's going to be on the show today. There you go. Thank you for the 100-bit cheer, Infinite. I appreciate that, man. Johnny Saurus Rex resubbed for the 9th month in a row last night and said, 9 months, man. I know I make stupid decisions as a mod sometimes, but I really hope that not only you, but everyone experiences only the best in life. First of all, I don't even know what you're talking about, Johnny. I really don't. You've always been a good mod, and I appreciate any help that you lend to the streams. I hope you're having a good time in Japan. You know, I know it's got to be a huge adjustment for you to try to adjust to living in Japan with the time difference and the culture shock over there, I'm sure. So, thanks for the contribution. Thanks for resubbing, and hope you're having a good time over there. So now, guys, let's get to people who actually contributed during today's stream. We start with Eternal Napalm, who resubbed for the 6th month in a row. Thank you very much, Eternal Napalm, for that. Timbo Slice did a 25-bit cheer and said, why can't you still play World of Tanks tonight, even if it's not being paid? A lot of people would love to still see you play it. Well, the thing is, I would rather do something that I know people have wanted to see me do for a while. PUBG, people have said, man, are you ever going to go back to PUBG? This is a kind of stream that you used to do all the time. You stopped doing it for like 2 months. It would be something refreshing and different. And quite frankly, like I said, I need to do a stream where we could just be laid back and chill and have more like more of a interactive, supportive stream rather than just me doing a random game. I'm not saying I'll never do World of Tanks. I already got it ready to go. You know what I mean? It's already literally ready to go if and when I want to do it. But I don't see any reason to do it when really it was random. I mean, playing World of Tanks was the most random fucking thing. No one was asking for it or anything. It was just going to be a random ass stream. There's no reason to do it at this point. But I probably will eventually check it out if people really still want to see it. Okay? Lord Lamb tipped me $1. So Lord Lamb is the first tipper for today. Let's go ahead and get him up on the leaderboard. Shit. There we go. Okay, there we go. Alright. Alright, and Lord Lamb says the following. Will you allow stream viewers to join you on No Man's Sky? I'd be interested in playing alongside you, either in a public lobby or invite-only session. It wouldn't be public, because you know what would happen if I made it public. These fuckers would try to seek me out. So I'll start probably invite-only, and then probably after a certain amount of time, maybe after checking it out for 1-2 hours myself, then I'll invite others in and we can do some co-op. Alright, like I said, if you're here on the stream live and you're interested, that'd be perfect, because I can get your PSN name, we can get all that going. Okay? Alright, Obi-Wan Kenobi did a 110-bit cheer. Let's get him up on the leaderboard. Thank you, Obi-Wan. Let's get you up there. You know, 110 bits. There we go. And he says the following. He says, H1Z1 is going to be out of beta on August 7th with a lot of new stuff, like new weapons, battle pass, and more. That's interesting. However, the question is, how much are they going to charge for this game? Because I'll be honest with you, I enjoy playing it for free, but I don't know if I want to pay money, especially the game still, when you get into firefights, it chops up, you know. It's not exactly the best game to be buying. Now, obviously, I bought fucking PUBG, and that's even worse. But that's the point, is I kind of feel burnt buying PUBG for 30 bucks and having a game that literally they have not improved the frame rate 1 iota since I played it in December for the first time. So I kind of just, I'm thinking, I don't know if I would want to buy the full version of H1Z1. I guess we'll see. Let's see how it goes, all right? But thank you for letting me know. Toxic Toilet Juice, who was banned previously, by the way. I don't know what he's doing back. Hopefully he learns to behave. Cheered and said, I think people don't give you credit for the quality of your videos because you were so against using a capture card or uploading long videos for such a long time. Listen, everyone knows I'm a very, very, what's the word? Stubborn guy. You know, for a long time, I was incredibly popular on YouTube, right? From the years of, 2008 to like 2013. I was known as one of the top Let's Players on YouTube, even though, yeah, my popularity was starting to wane near the end there. I was still known as notoriety of one of the biggest Let's Players on YouTube. And so to change my style when my old style was working was a very hard decision for me to make. But one day I just said, fuck it. So many people are asking for it. I'm just going to do it. And so I just kind of did it on the fly one day. I still remember the day John Rambo came over. We were going to do co-op. And I was like, John, so many people now seem to be asking for this. How would you like to just do something completely fucking random? We'll go to Best Buy. We'll buy whatever fucking capture device they have. We'll hook it up and we'll just start streaming. Okay. So we went and we did it and it was fun, And ever since then, it's like the rest is history. I've been direct capturing and live streaming and everything. So, you're right. Now, when it comes to long videos, that I have to disagree with. Because I was using long videos. Again, do people love to forget the past to fit their own narrative? From the years of 2013 to 2016, I systematically made my videos longer and longer. By 2016, my videos were upwards of 30 to 40 minutes long each. Like, I never put out like a 10-minute video ever. I think, okay, there was one exception whenever I played a fighting game. But outside of fighting games, all of my videos were long, and no one was complaining about video length anymore. But my engagement dropped huge because of that, and that's when the whole adpocalypse happened in early 2017, and I had to change it again. So on one front, I'll agree with you, Toxic Toilet Juice. I was 100% very kind of stubborn and obstinate, and I didn't want to go to direct capture. But when I did, I realized the error of my ways and said, wow, that's much better. But when it comes to the length of videos, that's completely false. I had, on my own, listened to people's feedback and lengthened the length of my videos for 3 years. Then I only went back because of the adpocalypse. And at this point, it doesn't even matter anymore. At this point, it literally doesn't matter. So, okay. Continuing on here, shout out to Heliastix, who did a 100-bit cheer and says, in your opinion, what was your favorite World of Warcraft expansion? Mists of Pandaria or Cataclysm? I don't know. I didn't play them. I didn't play them. I never played any of the expansions. World of Warcraft, I only played the vanilla version of the game. I never bought or paid for any of the expansions. So I have no opinion whatsoever because I never played them. The Goat Lucas did a 486-bit cheer and said, hype. Thank you, The Goat Lucas. Let's go ahead and get you up on the leaderboard. Top cheerer right now. There we go. Thank you very much for the support. Very nice of you. All right. Kawaii Commander cheered and said, what's the deal with the guy that posts baby metal gifs on your Twitter? Are you a fan of theirs? I have no idea what you're talking about. I literally have no idea. So maybe there is someone who does it. I don't know. More than likely, a lot of the shit people talk about, they say, oh, I saw this on your Twitter. I'm like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. Most of it I don't see because a lot of it is people who have been very, very annoying or disruptive to my Twitter feed. And I've either muted them or blocked them. In particular, a lot of the people that claim, oh, we criticize Phil have actually insulted me over the years. And then they try to come in and give you valid criticism later. It's like, dude, you outright just said negative shit about me. And now you expect I'm going to let you just keep spamming my Twitter with negative shit. No. So, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about someone spamming baby metal at all. I don't see it. Probably if they annoyed you, more than likely they annoyed me too. And I just said, fuck it, and muted them at some point, and I don't see their tweets anymore. Because if they blocked, then they wouldn't be able to do it, but maybe they're just muted. I don't know. Sal Domino tipped me $2 and said, can't you just play World of Tanks anyway? It's free. I already answered this question, Sal. I appreciate the $2 tip. And I'm certainly not saying, I will never do it. Okay? But the fact is that there was a poll this week for me to play a game, and PUBG came in less than 1% behind Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and I told everyone I wanted to play PUBG. I was supposed to play it yesterday. Couldn't because my internet had issues, so I'm playing it today. It's only fair to those who already wanted to see it. Alright? Maybe I'll do World of Tanks in the future, but not now. Dusty Dead Cheer. He says, when you looking back, do you feel that there are things you regret doing on YouTube like friend request ridicule? Do I regret doing friend request ridicule? No. At the time that I did it, it was definitely something that was like the Wild West of YouTube, and no one really knew what would be viewed as harmful and what wouldn't. Like, I'll be honest, at the time I did Friend Request Ridicule, I don't think anyone took offense at it at all. I think that a lot of people thought it was hilarious. I was supposed to be just me making silly fun, and it wasn't serious. I wasn't seriously insulting the people sending me private messages on Xbox Live. It wasn't like that. It was just me dicking around, right? But over time, in 2018, someone could look back and say, wow, Phil's an asshole. Look at this video where he made fun of his viewers or people who message him. Now, the truth of the matter is I wouldn't do something like that today. 10 years later, after the fact of me doing this for 10 years, I realized that there are people who love what I do. They love me and my personality, and maybe those people back then in the day were just reaching out and being genuine and just trying to be nice. I mean, some of them were obviously trolling. The guy who Rick rolled me, the guy who said, "Oh, Kuma, baby," these things that, "Oh, shoes, Phil," that stupid shit, obviously was just trolling and being silly, and they didn't care. They wanted to be part of the silliness of that video series. But there were also legit people there who probably were just reaching out to me and had no idea that I would react in the way that I did, and I do feel kind of bad about that. So, yeah, stupid shit like the jokes that I made, that got me banned from Blip TV. Yeah, I think that obviously was something I shouldn't have done. Now, in retrospect, yes, that's horrible. But back then, I was trying to emulate something I'd seen on the Howard Stern show. Was it in bad taste? Yes. But at the same time, at that time, it was kind of the Wild West of the internet, and people actually thought it was funny, versus now people are, oh my God, I'm so horribly offended, and I would never do something like that again. I learn over time, absolutely. I've grown and matured and learned from the past. And I try not to make those crazy same mistakes over and over. And I mean, those things are things I don't do anymore, So, yeah, there are some things that I regret. I think everyone has regrets about things over time, right? The more and more that you progress and you change over time and you mature. And I definitely have become a much more mature person since I started this 10 years ago. That's for sure. Holy crap. I was super duper kind of immature and just offensive 10 years ago. And that was kind of my shtick for a while. Okay. Judicious Echoes did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much. He says, embrace the boomer meme when it comes to UX technology, trends, etc. I don't know what that means. The boomer meme? If you mean baby boomers, I'm not a baby boomer. My parents are baby boomers. I have no idea what you're talking about. Thanks for the cheer, though. Break the Glass did a 50-bit cheer. He says, most Twitch streamers have viewers that go into their game and cause mayhem or troll them, and they're called stream snipers. What do you think about this term, or will you ever use it? See, here's the thing. I don't mind. If I'm doing a multiplayer game and someone comes in just to try to kill me, okay. But if you get a multiplayer game, someone gets on the mic and says, fuck Phil, the racist, the pedophile, this guy, that guy, blah, blah, blah. That's when it's just too much. It completely disrupts any kind of enjoyable experience that you're going to have on a game when you have an asshole going out just to ruin the time that you're having, right? And that's why I stopped doing multiplayer. Open multiplayer was because assholes kept fucking doing that over and over. It got to the point where it wasn't enjoyable for anyone. Literally, people who were there just to have fun complained to me and said, Phil, this is terrible. What can you do? I'm like, nothing. But that's the problem with open multiplayer. You will get people who will be able to just sit there and pound, oh, I want to get in the lobby, until they get in, and then they ruin it for everyone. There's nothing that can be done about it. So that's why I stopped doing that kind of stuff, So, yeah, doing that stuff to some extent is funny and can be viewed as silly trolling you laugh at, but sadly, the people who do it to me a lot of the times just go way too fucking far. Timbo Slice cheered. He says, H1Z1 will still be free, but will now have microtransactions like Fortnite, and rumors are going around that PUBG will be free once the Xbox version is out of beta. People that purchase the game will get tons of in-game items. Seems like companies make more with free games and things to buy in games than charging money for the game. And that's true. I think that's what people are finally realizing, that what they've done, here it is, folks, they've learned from the mobile game pattern. They learned from this, from all the free games that we all play on our phones, that in general, when you charge for a game up front, it doesn't do as well as when you get the game for free. You get the person hooked on that repetitive gameplay, grinding style gameplay of that game, but you can advance further in the game with a microtransaction, buy a few crafting items, buy some in-game currency, open that randomized loot box to try to get a new character. That's what makes the big money. That it's almost gambling aspect of that game is always what makes money. So that being said, that's the deal, and I think that you're absolutely right that you're going to find, moving forward, you're going to find a lot of games are going to follow this pattern, okay? A lot of games are going to follow this pattern. So, there you go. We'll see what happens, right, moving forward. Josh just cheered, and he says, I remember the Rick Roll, oh my God. I remember the Rick Roll phenomenon. Holy shit, it was everywhere when it was popular. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. Yeah, remember? That was at the very beginning of the time when I was on YouTube. Was that Rick Roll thing became very popular. That's why I put it in my friend request ridicule and everything. Judicious Echoes did 100-bit cheers. Said Boomer is a mindset, man. That's the meme. Oh, see, I don't know that. I don't even know what that means. I don't know the meme, so woo! Right over my head. Fuck. A lot of things are popping up. Hold on a second. Well, it says here that Infinite55 gifted a tier 1 sub to King Kozatov. King Kozatov was banned. King Kozatov was banned from the stream chat. I don't know who unbanned him. He's not supposed to be back. He has not made any amends for the stuff that he was planning on doing, at least to me. So I am rebanning him. And he's gone. Yeah, he did not make any amends for the shit that he did. You know, he was doing, you know, some stuff behind the scenes that was not kosher. And I told him, well, first of all, I told him publicly to stop bullying people, and he was like, "Oh, okay." Then I found out that he was doing it behind the scenes, and enough was enough. All right. So, apologies to Infinite. I'm sorry, dude, that you just gave him a sub. He was banned on purpose because he was doing malicious stuff, and he has not made any kind of amends to me or anyone. So he is not allowed back in here. I don't know who unbanned him, but I'm going to have to now look into it to find out what's going on and who's unbanning people, because he should not have been in here. You know, real talk, he should not have been in here at all. And I'm not. I told you, I laid down the law last weekend. I said, this is it. We're not going to have that shit anymore. We can't. We seriously cannot have that shit in here anymore. That negative shit. Because we just can't put up. We can't have people with a negative element coming in, bullying others and causing bad times in my stream chat. We have to have a positive atmosphere around here. And I'm sorry. He was doing shit behind the scenes that just, you know, is fucked up. So there you go. I'm sorry, but until he comes and legitimately tries to make amends for the stuff that he's done, he's not allowed back into the stream chat, and he has not done that. So the flip side of that, Jake Likes Cats did actually write me a really heartfelt apology, and I'm giving him a final chance, and he knows this is his final chance, okay? And that's why he is back in the stream chat. Okay, I got an anonymous dollar tip. It says, is it true your condo caught fire? One of your trolls posted your old condo caught fire. Not my condo. The way that, you know, the way that a lot of these condos are, they're giant facilities. And my place in Connecticut is one unit of a giant building. And apparently some unit on the other side of the building did catch fire. But that has nothing to do with me. Okay. Derek Charity says, I also found the friend request ridicule hilarious too. I didn't take offense to it. I can't wait till you answer my forum question today. Derek, I did actually, I believe I chose one of your questions. I think you asked more than one. I did choose one of your questions to answer on the show. So you will get an answer to one of them. Okay? Oh boy, Musso Linguini de Milano. What a name. Musso Linguini de Milano did a $10 tip and says, damn these sensitive people and the political correctness of our times. I liked your Dead Space 2 video and that and also the friend request ridicule video. People need to enter boot camp. What he's obviously saying is something ridiculous. I'm not going to I disagree. I actually think, my opinion is that now looking back at that content from 8 to 10 years ago, that was very risque. That was very pushing the boundary. But back then, that was the kind of stuff that was common all over YouTube. And over the years, I've changed. I've become a much different person. And I realized that having an audience, you have to be responsible with the stuff you put out there, that people could be influenced or people could be offended by stuff you do. And I've learned this over the years. You know, back then, I would be like, oh, no, I did nothing wrong. How dare you? But now I'm much different. You know, I understand that, you know, things in the past that I've done are things you would not want to repeat. It's things that were stupid, right? And I agree that those things, doing nasty stuff to viewers and friend requests, ridicule, doing a video that's a parody of something of the Holocaust, not funny, right? I mean, and again, I back then I was so highly influenced by things like the Howard Stern show that I thought, oh, this will fly, this will just pass because he's done it. So if this guy who's super popular could do it, I could do it too. It didn't work out that way, did it? So I disagree with this person who tipped me $10. I do. I honestly think that things change over time, and that sadly, you know, I did do some things in the past that, yeah, you know, you want to give me shit for something 8 years ago, okay. But is that really a legit reason 8 years later, when I could change, I'm not like that anymore, to continuously hate on me? Obviously, I don't think so. Now, I'm not going to type your full name because it's way too long. So I'm just going to type in Muso. Because I wouldn't even be able to fit your full name here if I typed the whole thing in. So thank you for the $10 tip. Then we got someone referencing a detractor. Thank you for the $1 tip, but even if this is a joke, I don't reference detractors on the stream, so I'm not going to do that. YOLO Dopper cheered. He says, please give Kozatov a second chance. I think everyone has time to make amends. Kozatov has had about 47 second chances over the, you know, the time that I've returned to Twitch. I mean, I returned to Twitch in November of 2016, so we're pushing almost 2 years now, and the guy's been banned more times than I think anyone. So he had enough chances. Again, if he wants to make amends and he wants to prove that he's going to try to really behave and not do nasty stuff to other people, but from the evidence that, you know, that I've seen, he was just being real nasty. I'm not going to put up with that shit anymore. I can't have that element. There are people who are in this chat only to be negative to others, and I can't have that anymore. It's done. The era of that is gone. It has to be people who want to be here, to have fun, to hang out, to have a fun, safe environment, and not have people bullying and shit constantly. It's not going to fly, you know? Just can't have it. Not anymore. Not that this is the only thing now, the main thing that I could use for my business to make money. I can't have negative elements like that in here anymore. Can't have the toxicity. I'm sorry. Okay. Shout out to Beppo Carrot, who did a 100-bit cheer. It said, no mouse bullying, go DSP. Thank you, Beppo Carrot, for the cheer. And the last thing that I will say is I don't know who unbanned people without my permission. Like, some people I did unban myself. And so, I'll say, you know, yeah, a few people like Jake Likes Cats and Lipjan, I did unban myself. But there's like 2 or 3 other people that apparently have been unbanned who I did not unban. If you're a mod, I'll tell you right now, don't do it, because I can look at the logs and find out who did it. Don't do that shit behind my back, you know. It's done for a reason. And a lot of the times, it's a good reason. In this case with Kozatov, it was a really good reason. So, don't do that shit, alright? Alright, I think we're going to end this now. And we're going to get started with the actual show now. Ask the King. Like I said, what we're going to do, we're going to open up answering patron questions. Then we're going to switch over, and we're going to do forum questions. Then we're going to do Twitter questions. And then we're going to eventually get to open Q&A questions. Now, there will be breaks. Around every 30 to 45 minutes, I'm going to take a break just to rest my voice. So, just to warn you guys, all right? Dusty Dead said I didn't read his message. I didn't see... Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I'm absolutely sorry. Oh, I didn't see your cheer. It must have got stuck between 2 other cheers. So Dusty Dead did a cheer. This will be the final one. He says, that's a good explanation since people like Keemstar and all that stuff are doing jokes like that, but now it's not okay. Yet people use that against you when it was a joke series. How often do you pray per day? Personally, I pray twice a day, being a Polish man myself. Well, Dusty Dead, first of all, to your first sentiment, yeah, I do believe that when it comes to things people did way, way, way in the past and have changed, I think it's bullshit. Like, for example, what's his name? James Gunn? Whoever the director was of Guardians of the Galaxy, apparently way back when, made some really inappropriate tweets and things, and he's changed his ways. He's become a much more mature guy. He makes 2 awesome movies. Then he gets fired from the 3rd one because they found a tweet from like 10 years ago. How the fuck does that make any fucking sense? That just proves Disney doesn't know what the hell they're doing. That's so stupid. In particular, if Disney knew what they were doing, they should have done due diligence beforehand, before having this guy do work for them, to find out that stuff that he'd done in the past, and never hired him to begin with, right? The same thing happened to me earlier this year. I was supposed to have some sponsorship with some chair company. They approved me. They even said, gave me everything. Go ahead. I do the advertisement for them. Then they announced they're pulling the sponsorship. Well, you fucked up. You already gave me the fucking thing first. I did the work, and then you reneged. So basically, you broke the contract. Legally, I could probably sue them and get something from them, but there's no point. You know what I mean? The cost of it and the time, not worth it. James Gunn, like, that's horrible that he's being treated like that for something that he did so stupid so long ago, you know? Same thing with me or anyone. You did something, you know, fucking 8-10 years ago. Oh, let's keep bringing it up. Come on, man. You gotta look at the body of work. You can't look at this one moment of stupidity or weakness, or even if it was a pattern of stupidity or weakness in the past, as long as that person changed, moved on, and became, you know, a better person over time, you gotta give them the benefit of the fucking doubt. You can't just focus on the one thing they did, and that's the be-all and end-all. The people who are like that are these black and white thinkers. They think that everything in life is absolute, and it's not. And that's what's messed up about a lot of people in this world right now. Okay. Okay. That's it. Let's end the pre-stream, guys. I'll set up here. We'll get started with Ask the King. Lots of questions to answer today, okay? By the way, Julius Cruz did a $1 tip. He says, keep up the good work. I'm a big fan since the beginning. You don't deserve all the shit people give you. The way it's going to work, I am going to be focused on answering the questions. However, in between the questions, I will be giving you shout-outs for your contributions, and I will be updating the leaderboard. In fact, before we start, let me check sub count. $420. All right. There we go. All right. Let's end this. We'll get the show on the road. Sound good? All right, guys.